Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignedlover.com. Here is my third video in my series in which I explore some possible connections between cognitive type and style. Today we'll get into the SEs, the ESTPs, and ESFPs. If you haven't seen my two previous videos in the series, they are linked below. Please like and subscribe. Before we get into the material, I use the database from voltology.com and only that database. I love the system, I find it consistent and dependable, and please check it out. Alright, so let's start off with the ESTPs, and for this type there are a lot of athletes here, no surprise, right? So our first example is the very athletic Gabby Douglas, and the clothes or the outfits that I think really shine on her and really kind of magnify and celebrate her persona, just gives her that extra little pop and sparkle, are simple but sensual, flashy, or even a little bit revealing, something very curve grazing, body hugging, something that kind of plays with the light as they move, but still a little bit rugged or durable. There's nothing very delicate or frilly about these looks. I hope that doesn't come as a surprise, because when you have SE as the first function, you're very much a physical person in the moment, very tactile, engaged with your environment, with your body, with movement, and with that playful kind of FE slot, I imagine it makes the ESTPs a little bit more likely to even subconsciously be a little bit provocative with their outfit choices. All right, our next subject is another athletic personality, Alicia Atu. And again, her clothes, her outfits that look really great on her are simple but sensual, a little bit flashy or body bearing. They drape beautifully across the body that is just given so much focus on in life. Nothing frilly, nothing overly complicated or delicate. These outfits are very fun and probably can withstand a little bit of, I would say, rough housing. Our third example is Madison Beer, and as you can see, with her casual outfits, they're simple, they're sensual, they're drapey, they have a little bit of pop, a lot of body-bearing quality to it. And her more dressy outfits that I chose, again, simple, body-bearing, not super delicate in material or detailing, clean lines, not very cluttered. And as you can see here, she's wearing the same dress as another ESTP, Beyonce. Alright, so Beyonce and Rihanna are both typed as ESTPs in the Voltology database. And it's really hard to pick outfits from either of these two, especially because they've promoted so many albums with so many different themes, and singers tend to have to constantly be, aligned with the image that they're selling, especially when the themes of their outfits get a little bit of a rebirth, or they're like constantly redefining themselves is a better way to put it. But I just absolutely adore these looks on them, and they fall in line with the same kind of theme going on. I would say you can describe it like lingerie meets streetwear. Right, and here's me. I have been typed as an ESTP from the lovely and wonderful Amy from Beat of Your Own. If you want a really lovely experience, check her out. But these are some of my favorite outfits that I actually photographed. I don't take as many photos as I should, but as you can see, there's a little bit of that silky or shiny thing going on, body bearing, but simple, not very cluttered. Alright, so let's move on to the ESFPs. Our first example is Dakota Fanning, and as you can see, her really wonderful outfits tend towards a sensual, but I would say more classic kind of style, more conventionally fresh and feminine and harmonious, a bit more polite and light and cheerful and dainty, especially when compared to ESTP, which is just a little bit more sexy, I would say. And I feel like the ESFP sensuality is turned more inwards. Like they really take into consideration how certain items feel on them, and the sensuality isn't oriented towards the outside, like enthralling an audience or being a little bit more provocative. Our next example is Kristen Ritter, and she looks lovely in these outfits that, again, are very harmonious and almost quite classic. And they tend to include a sentimental vibe in a lot of their best looks, as if they are channeling a certain era or aesthetic out of emotional resonance. And our last example is Keira Knightley, and her best looks tend towards the cheerful, sweet, fresh, and very traditionally feminine, I would say. They're balanced, they're harmonious, they're polite. I think this is the type who would look so beautiful in a simple sundress, and it would just really encapsulate their vibe or energy really well and simply. All right, so I always like to ground down these ideas with some example outfits. For the ESTP, I would choose either this drapey simple mini dress or this drapey cross front halter top with a fun little tie at the back, and simple flared jeans with fun little suede tassel heels. I kind of own all of these outfits, not exactly, but you can make these outfits with my closet. And for the ESFP, something sensual but soft, a touch of the vintage, I would say. So this really pretty kind of fancier sundress and classic Mary Janes. All right, so that was it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.